So I've peaked Immortal 3 200 RR, and I'm trying to improve so I can hit that nice yellow rank. I'm currently hard stuck Ascendant, which is kind of annoying, but the best thing I know I can do is to VOD review myself. So I'm gonna go over how I'm gonna VOD review, what I'm gonna improve, and maybe you guys can try and analyze your own gameplay and see what's also wrong as well. Before I actually go on to criticizing myself on my gameplay, I'm gonna actually go over something that's good. This is going to be a 1v4 ace, and it was a clutch, 1v4 clutch ace, whatever. And how you can do it and kind of replicate it a little bit, and then how you can avoid being in this situation where you're the losing team. On bind, it is we're gonna do a simple split. Our Jet is lurking for some reason, but you know, we have 2 entry duelists, so it's fine. We're gonna do a split to B. We're gonna have Raze go long, and then this Neon's gonna eventually go to Hookah. Now, as you can see, I am very late to the fight. Since I want to get bomb, which is something you don't really want to do. You want to pay attention who has the bomb and make sure it's just not in the spawn, so you actually have like a team going to the site making a play. But when you're down numbers, you want to be more aggressive. You want to take more fights, more risks, since you want to equalize the numbers. If you're down numbers, you can just get out traded. It's just gonna be really, really hard to win. I'm gonna start getting more aggressive, but I'm gonna be very, very cautious and careful with how I'm clearing these angles. I'm gonna walk up long. I'm gonna clear my left side just in case somebody's tucked, and then I'm gonna properly peek. And then the tail was not looking at me, strictly because there's too much pressure in Hookah. My team is just mostly fighting Hookah, and so he's not looking at me. I'm going to properly clear garden since I don't want to get caught off guard, and then I'm going to as you can see, I got shot from my right, and so I'm going to be re-clearing everything to the right as well again, since I don't want to get caught off guard. Now, this is where we are making a mistake on the enemy team's part. 1, this Jet's going to be holding right here, and 2, as you can see, my enemy team has a bunch of ults. They have ISO ult, which can instantly get me, and Cypher just popped his ult. If this ISO was very aware of what Util he had, he would have just instantly got me with his ISO ult, and he would have been able to win the round for free. And this is what you have to be very, very aware of in the game. You have to be very aware of what Util you have, so you can properly use it to win the easy 4v1 or just whatever numbers you have. So this Jet's going to be holding, and this is another mistake that he's making. This Jet should not be peeking right here. The Jet should be tucked, and then the people who are in Hookah should be watching the garden just in case I walk out, and then the Jet should be peeking off of that. So for example, this Jet is holding like this for me because he knows I'm left side, since he's the one who shot me from the left side. He's holding me, but he shouldn't be holding me because he's just giving me an isolated fight. And this is what happens when, this is typically why you would lose a 1v4, or why people in general lose 1v4s, is when you give a mechanically gifted player 4 isolated fights. If you give him 4 isolated fights, he can easily win them, headshot everybody, and then get the 1v4 clutch, and then it ruins your guys' mental and ruins your chances of winning the game. The Jet should be holding from backside, not holding like for my swing, but he should be just sitting backside ready to swing off of a person who is in Hookah, since most of the enemies are in Hookah. Or if someone is out, have a guy holding like this because he knows I'm left side, so I have to swing out wide, and then as I'm swinging out, this guy takes the contact, and then this guy swings out, or now I'm in a bad position. He should be able to get the free kill. So that's how the Jet should be playing. Now I'm just going to continue clearing everything very close, very precisely, just so I don't give up any information and just any 2v1, since I want to take a bunch of 1v1s. The ISO, as you can see, uses ult very, very late off of the Cypher recon. He knew I was in garden, but he didn't know I was outside, which he should be kind of aware of. The Clove peeks by himself because he's confident with his ult, and then he ends up popping his ult. The best thing he could have done is peek with his teammate, since ISO and Clove are in Hookah. There's no reason for him to peek by himself like that without any communication with his teammate. So that's another mistake. You need to calm with your teammate and then peek together and play together. That's the main thing. If you just death ball and fight 3 versus 1, you're always going to win every time. So as you can see, I'm going into elbow since I don't want to fight the Clove who is ulted, since I want to make it a 2v1 and not a 3v1. I don't want to make it harder on myself. Now I'm going to turn up the volume since it's very important. I'm going to be walking into elbow, and so as you're going to hear, if you can listen closely, there's an enemy walking from like going to their CT, and then their ISO is in front of me. The reason I know this and I can tell, not just because of the ISO shield, but because the Clove is just running at me. As you can hear, she's making full steps, full running at me, so I know it's the Clove, and I'm trying to run away from that so I don't have to fight it. And then this ISO is trying to pinch me, with the clove, and then he's gonna peek like that because he's doing a deady peek. This is just another situation of bad comms. The clove should be calming that he doesn't see me, and so I'm probably going to swing him wide, but they didn't calm that. So that's also important. This ISO gives me a 1v1. The clove ends up dying, and now I'm in a 1v1 with Cypher. I have no idea where Cypher is, so I want to take as much time as possible. I'm going to be holding this hookah angle for a little bit and just holding and being really slow, and then I catch the Cypher off guard. And now that's the 1v4. As you can see, at the beginning and the start of the round, there's 1 minute and 20 seconds. Around 30 seconds left. And when I killed the Cypher, it was about, what, 20 seconds? Yep, about 20 seconds. It was about 20 seconds. So that means I used an entire minute of time almost. And that's what you need to do. You need to be very, very patient with how you're playing and take all the timings, but as well as being aggressive enough to take the fights and taking the timings that you need to do. Because you have a lot of time. If there's 40 seconds left, it only takes 3.5 seconds or 3.75 seconds, I don't remember, to plant the bomb. So you can take as much time as you need to wait for the enemy to make a mistake and to be able to fight who you need to fight. We are on the second round. We lost pistol, so it's our ego. So we're trying to get as much damage as possible. That is what round 2 is about. It's not about winning, it's about doing as much damage as possible, and that's essentially a win. You want to make them buy as many shields and as many guns as possible on round 3, so they don't have money on round 4 when you win round 3. So I'm going to be planting the bomb. My neon already died in CT. I'm planting bomb, and then you're going to hear a Cypher actually dropping. I'm going to take this fight. I'm going to end up winning this fight, and I want to get this gun. So what I'm going to end up doing is actually jiggling CT because I want to know if they're holding me. But this is kind of this is useless, essentially, because I already know they're CT. It's pretty obvious just in general. My teammate just died as well. And so jiggling kind of wastes time. As you can see, I'm going to back up. I'm going to throw this cage, and then the ISO is going to jump down. If I would have just, after getting the kill, I would have just caged and crossed, I would have had enough time to get that gun and been more ready for this ISO who's fighting, who probably jumped off of me reloading. Now this is round 3. We actually end up losing this round. So I'm tucked into this corner. I'm going to tuck into this corner, not only to watch flank, but to peek off of my neon who's taking contact. As you can see, they're going to start walking out CT, and I'm going to swing. I killed the Reyna who's one shot, and then I end up whiffing against the guy because I'm moving while shooting. He jumps out, I get this kill, and then I end up re-swinging to take this fight with 6 bullets left. As you can see, I end up re-swinging with 6 bullets left, which just doesn't make any sense. This is just an entire like decision-making standpoint as well as an overheat, and this is something you need to start controlling, and I need to start controlling as well. I thought I could headshot him for some reason, but instead I run out of bullets. He kills my teammate instantly. I couldn't get the trade. I run out of bullets. He kills me, and he gets a free 1v1 on Clove, and then he ends up winning this round. All right, so as you can see, this angle is really easy to clear. If I'm doing it properly, I pick this, and then I fight it very, very easy. It's boom. It's a very easy angle to clear, and I would probably instantly get headshotted while holding the angle, so I really don't like that angle. So the best thing I could have done instead of playing this angle right here is I could have just gone deep short and then re-cleared flank instead of just holding for flank. Then I would have had the information, and I would have been able to come up and hold heaven. Hold heaven, the sky jumps out, and then I take these isolated fights. The Reyna who's peeking, boom, and then the Omen right there as well. It would have just been much easier. It would have been a much better situation. We probably would have won off of my positioning, but instead I'm playing in this dumb area. I overheat, and then I end up losing us the round. So this is round 5. As you can see, I'm just gonna tuck in this corner because I know someone's probably gonna come out garage, and then he comes out garage and ends up killing my teammate. So if you look at it slowly, I end up trying to like prepare myself to peek, but I end up looking at the wall and then try and do a deady peek. I'm looking at the wall, right about to peek. He walks out, ends up killing my teammate. This is something you need to like be aware of. I need to be aware of because she got a free pick. She could have instantly like dismissed. The only reason she didn't is because she sees this neon reloading, and so she tries to go for another kill. And so I do end up saving the neon, but I could have easily saved this Reyna if I was prepared for him to peek instead. So on this, we're going to see again. This is the round after last round. And so we're trying to do an XXC, and then I end up getting caught in the open actually. I put out my cam. The reason I'm taking note of this round is because this cam is useless. This neon is taking a fight, and then we already hear noise platform just in general. Now, like, I see him, yes, of course, but it's obvious. The cipher's always set up C. Most ciphers always set up C, so he's probably backside. We also hear the ISO shield pop, so we know he's also backside. So putting this cam was pretty much useless. Instead, I should be throwing a cage out to cut the cross, or the cage out close, so I can properly walk out of long, and then take an isolated angle. We're just gonna use this wall for an example because I accidentally used this. This is gonna be the cage. I should put the cage out, like it's gonna be a smoke that covers this. I walk out and I take this isolated fight here, and then I end up clearing the rest of the site, and then it would have been a much higher chance of us winning. Okay, this round is actually round what, 10? This is gonna be the last round of a Haven attack that I want to go over. As you can see, my team is fighting mid, and then if I'm looking at my map, we see 3 mid. We see Reyna, Omen, and then ISO, who are fighting mid. Then we know that Cypher is C. I have Spike. What I should be doing in this situation, instead of going into this window trying to fight and take trades and stuff, is going A, taking the space A, and killing that one guy who's probably sitting on A site. So we don't know where this guy is per se. So I shouldn't be taking this fight. I should be taking the space A, and then trying to kill that one guy who's A, and then planting the bomb, being more aggressive into probably A short, or A link right here. Where is it? Where hello? Hello? I should be taking the space right here. I go up long, or I'll go up forward, or wherever into A to take the space. And then I plant bomb, and then I go into, what's it called? And then we can have a chance of winning. But instead, I end up going to mid, taking the fight, taking a bunch of damage, and then end up dying, get blinded, and I die right here. It's just one of these rounds where I need to take initiative of how my teammates are going to play, since I do know where 4 of them are. I think Sky just flashed, so that means A was free. If I just went to A, we would have won the round, or had a higher chance of winning the round, and then I end up getting blinded, he peeks me, and I die. So the first thing you want to do when you start a Valorant match is look at the enemy team comp and what they can do, and depending on your position, say you're playing B, what they can do onto your site, or if you're playing A, what they can do onto A site. So I'm playing B. I'm doing a dart to land into B main, just so we have some information. They break it, so I know they're going to end up hitting B. No one really fakes on pistol rounds typically, so it's like maybe one every like few games. So they're probably going to hit B if they broke that dart. They have a Neon, a Raze, Astra, and a Sova. So I know how Sovas typically play in their darts, and I know the positions you can play on defense on B. So you have to be very aware of how to play around it. And I should be thinking of how to play better against this team comp and how I should position myself to play around it. So what they can do, they can raise nade backside where my vice is. They can drone close, which they probably might not drone, but they can drone close into this front box. They can neon stun me and my vice as well. Then they can also Astra suck over here, and they can stun over here. They can do a lot of things that could actually destroy me, and instead I am playing in the most obvious spot possible. What I should be doing here instead is actually be playing Heaven, but as you can see, Sova does no normal dart. The dart tags me. She specializes in taking timings and playing off of bad enemy positions, so I end up getting stunned, scan, stunned, and she kills me immediately. I'm surprised that the Vice didn't get naded, but you know, it's just a very avoidable death by me. Playing off of noise off the Vice, just playing sight, I dart, and then I kill whoever's coming out. That would be the better play. Now on this round, this is round 5. They have taken B, and I have full util, and I'm also by myself on B side. So I'm waiting for my teammates to rotate in, which is a good thing. But as you can see, I end up waiting for my teammates. They get close to me, and then I end up doing a bad play, which is right here. Boom. I peek out, no util. I have a drone, and I have 2 shock darts, and then my recon I used off rip for info. The best thing right here to do is not only to wait for my teammates, but I should honestly be backing up so I can drone. I'm in the smoke. I should back up, wait for my teammates, and then instead drone sight. This Neon who is right here, I tag her, she gets scared, she jumps down, and now it's going to be easier retake since this is not a position I need to worry about. So this is the round after that, and here's my positioning. I am playing on site. Now if you see something wrong, as you can see, there are 1 ult, 2 ult, 3 alt, and 4 alt. And I'm playing on site. And as you can see, we have 1 alt, 2 alt, 3 alt, 4 alt. I don't care about Reina's alt. That 1 retake alt, 2 retake alt, 3 post plant denial, 4 run it down retake alt. We have 1 take space alt, 2 take space alt, 3 take space alt, and 4 holding position alt. I should not be holding on site at all. This Raze can easily satchel and insta kill me. This Neon can run me down as I'm out of position and insta kill me. And the Sova can take advantage of all the noise and use his Hunter's Fury, his ult, and kill me as well. It's just a bunch of it's just a bad position for all the ults that are in play. But as you can see, I just end up getting lucky. We win the round and I do good. But this is just not a round that should happen. I should not need to get lucky. I should not need to do all of these. I should not need to kill all these people like this to be able to win the round. Because it's just luck. It was really, really lucky. So my Clove ends up dying. Yeah, I think he ults. If he ults. The Raze ends up popping ult. So let's go through the sequence. He's holding a bad position because he could have easily got cleared, but they're dry swinging for some reason instead of just self-adjoining. Doesn't make any sense. The Raze ends up ulting, and I'm in the middle of the open. So this Raze easily could have killed me. I get lucky because she's 80 HP. I kill her. This Neon should be popping ult because she's down numbers, but instead she just dry swings me. She dry swings me, and then he ends up running in the middle of the open and then stunning me, and they end up losing this round because of that. I should not be in this position. They should have played it better, and it's not good to rely on the enemy team playing bad, but you playing good. Now in this round, I'm by myself on B again, so I insta-dart at the beginning of the round for info, but they know I do this, so I know to actually stay here. They tuck from it. I think it was a bad dart anyway, and there's no noise, so I'm looking at my map. As you can see, my Neon is pushed up towards A, kind of right here. And usually how people play A is they insta walk up and then they silver drone A main. They haven't heard it. My Neon hasn't called it, so I'm assuming they're dodging my dart, and then so I'm gonna drone so I can have some kind of info. Drone because I'm scared, and as you can see, they're there. I end up backing up right here. Neon pops ult. My teammate says stay and fight. He says, let her push us for some reason. And so I thought this was my Neon. Not my Neon. I thought this was the guy calling it, so I went to stay and fight. But this is one of those situations where you have to let your teammate die. Because you can't save people who are so badly positioned and end up sacrificing your own life. This Neon ult is so supremely hard to kill, especially if you're not ready. I wasn't ready, so it's not really 2 people fighting the Neon. It's only 1 guy fighting the Neon. And so it's a 1v1 and then another 1v1, and you're not winning a 1v1 against a Neon ult 9 times out of 10. I understand there's a thought process of 5 people doing the wrong thing is better than 1 person doing the right thing, but if it's only 1 person doing the wrong thing, then just let that guy die. Now this is gonna be the last round of the attack half and my last round of Abyss, and just the end of this video. I'm gonna end up trying to do the skill jump. As you can see, I'm talking. I don't have my mic recorded because I forgot to change the settings. But I'm asking, hey, should I do this jump? Because F it. I jump, I fail. 1, this is a mistake, but I'm not taking it as a mistake. Why? It's because I'm noting this because it's important to have fun in Valorant. Valorant is not your life. If we're not the very top 0.0001% or the 12 teams in each region who are playing in for money and for these $1 million cash prizes, then it's not. There's no point in taking this game super duper seriously to the point where you're playing the game and not having fun, and you're only playing it to rank up. It's very important to have fun and do your own thing. And it's a game. Valorant is a game, and you need to be able to have fun. And so if you can't find fun while playing, then you need to just take a break, or just to somehow find a way to have fun in the game. Valorant players have like this disease to just be super anal about everything, and it's super annoying. That's why there's a thing called Valorant mental, where people just instantly get irritated and mad and start throwing around one after something doesn't go their way. The way to remedy this is to have fun while playing this video game. Anyway, this is just my last point. My Reina ends up winning the 1v1. And yeah, have a good day.